building. Greetings, my brothers. Greetings, my brothers and my lovely, beautiful sisters. I got so much stuff I want to share with y'all. So many documentations. So many facts I'm going to give to you on this Saturday. I had to catch you guys before you headed out to the malls. Before you went and got all the stuff that you really don't need. But just because you got paid yesterday, you want to spend some money. I'm going to tell you all about the Katt Williams and Tiffany Haddish scandal. But before I get into it, let me make sure the stream is really active. Bear with me. Got to make sure everything is going swell. Make sure the haters aren't in the building. Make sure all my brothers and all my beautiful ladies is here. Just bear with me. I'm getting the stream hooked up just the way I like it. I'm not going to waste time with it. I'm not going to play any games. All right, we're almost there. I need to know how y'all feeling. I need to know how's life been treating you. And as of right now, I'm going to break it all down for you. As you all know, Katt Williams hasn't been the most sane individual. And that's because when you're in Hollywood, you're exposed to plenty of secrets. You learn a lot of things about a lot of people. You learn that there's hobots and robots all over the place. There's clones. There's people that's not even real. And when Katt Williams found this out, he wasn't able to control his sanity. He lost his mind a couple of times, especially when he found out that Tiffany Haddish is actually a clone of Mama D. Now you gotta realize, Hollywood, they have a secret agenda. They want to promote ratchetness. And who else can promote ratchetness like some chick from Love and Hip Hop? But not just any Love and Hip Hop chick. Mama D is seasoned when it comes to hood rattishness. And that's why they took Tiffany Haddish and created a monster. Now these facts and documentations are going to get really heavy. I'm still checking on the stream. Make sure everything's rolling smooth. Just give your brother a second. I'm about to spill all of these beans. I'm going to spill these beans in your taco and we're going to make a salad. But just bear with me, brothers. There's a few technical difficulties, but there's nothing that can hold back the gang. Okay, we're active. We're live. Let me know if you can hear me. Somebody leave a message or something. Do something productive for once. Help your boy out. I need to know if you're in the building. Because when you look at Mama D, she's really not that bad looking. The same thing with Tiffany Haddish. They're not ugly, but at the same time, they're not cute. And that's how you know that Tiffany Haddish is actually a clone of Mama D. And we all know Mama D be backing that old butt up, diaper shaking, powder flying in the wind, the same way Tiffany Haddish does it. So this lets you know that there is cloning going on in Hollywood, and not only in Hollywood. Your average Joe can get cloned nowadays. Have you ever been to the back of Walmart? You know where the layaway section or the pickup section is in the back of Walmart. If you go deeper back there, there's a small cloning facility for poor people. And I know this is hard to believe, but it's all true. Cloning has been going on for at least 50, 60 years in this country alone. So when you see these entertainers that get paid for talents that they don't even have, that lets you know that they're clones. And a lot of people didn't know this, but the singer Ashanti is also a clone of Tiffany Haddish. First they cloned Mama D and made Tiffany. Then they took Tiffany and made Ashanti. And as you can see, Lil Scrappy Haddish is Tiffany Haddish's son. These are all facts. I have the proof of these highly classified documentations. There's no way 2 or 3 or 4 people can look this much alike. When they put these clones together, they have a lot of things in mind. Not only do they have to create the body, but they also have to create some mental capabilities for these individuals. We got my man Josiah Bill Island in the building. What it do, my brother? Thanks for giving me that information. I didn't know if you guys could hear me or not. And a lot of people didn't know Katt Williams was one of the original members of B2K. That's why when he first came out, He had the perm, he had the whole B2K look. That's because he was an original member. But they had to switch up his whole game plan because he got into a car accident. His voice wasn't as active as the other B2K members, so they let him do comedy. One thing you're going to realize by watching these streams is that the facts get deeper than you can imagine. As you can see, Mama D is at the health clinic licking on lollipops. That seems like something Tiffany Haddish would do. And she's always throwing that thing. People's throwing money at her behind. That's what Hollywood does. And this is why Katt Williams lost his mind, because he realized that these people aren't even really people. So you guys are going to have to open your eyes and see things for what they really are. Mama D looks like a human, but she's not even real. If you take off that wig and take off that makeup and peel that nose back, you'll get a pure clone. And look at this. Ashanti and Tiffany Haddish is the same exact person. There's no way two people can look that much alike and not have talent but get paid millions of dollars. When's the last time you heard Ashanti hit a high note like Mariah Carey? When's the last time you heard Ashanti have a hit record on the radio? But she's still all in the videos. She's all in the shows. She's everywhere making big money. That's because she's a thought bot. If I was Katt Williams and they told me all of this information, I would have went crazy too. There's no way you can keep your sanity when you know that Jamie Foxx and Jimmy Butler is the same exact person. You can look at them and tell that they look alike, but people don't know how to put two and two together. But it's not simple math. You have to know the ins and outs of the music industry. I've studied every conspiracy there is. I used to read Goosebump books when I was a kid. Oh God, we got the Blazy Gang in the building. Ryan Host is here. Blazy Gang Japan is in the building. Sade Says is here. My main man Harm, Ron Chapman. It's about to go down, gang. I know it's early. Like I said, I had to catch you before you hit the malls, because there's nothing in that mall for you. If you still go to the mall in 2018, you're a complete idiot. You can order all that stuff and more off of Amazon, but most of you guys are clones and you don't know any better. So I'm going to spare you the time, and I'm just going to focus on these facts at hand. Because when you're famous, when you're successful, when the spotlight is on you, you have the least control over your own life. Tiffany Haddish had people pulling her in all different directions, but she can handle it because she's not even a freaking human being. If you were in the position that she's in, you wouldn't be able to handle it. The same way Katt Williams wasn't able to handle it. He lost his mind the first time they whispered in his ear that Tiffany Haddish was a clone of Mama D. And this is why he's showing out, he's acting out, he's beating up people in public. He's going up to radio stations calling fat people fat. Normal people don't do stuff like that. This man lost his mind at the sight of the first clone he ever came across. And it says right here on page 52, the first clone he ever met was indeed Tiffany Haddish. Now people are saying, why Mama D? They could have cloned anybody. Why would they want to clone this old ratchet woman? Well, the reason why they did it is because she's an old ratchet woman. Now let me get into these papers here. All right, here we go. It says Hollywood wanted Mama D because she couldn't be. Oh, it says Hollywood didn't want Mama D because she couldn't be controlled. So they had to create something else that resembled Mama D. And that's why they created Tiffany Haddish, because you got to realize Mama D is from the SWATs, Southwest Atlanta. Shouted, they can't control her. As soon as she get her hands on $1 million, she's gonna buy a 8-ball of dope. She's gonna go to the beauty salon and she's gonna buy oodles and noodles to last for 5 years, and then she'll be broke. You can't control somebody like that. You can't give super ghetto people large amounts of money because it's literally gonna kill them. Her cholesterol would have been through the roof. She would have gotten at least 3 or 4 drive-bys. Have you ever noticed When someone lives in the projects and they pull up in a brand new Mercedes on some 24-inch rims, the next morning they come outside and that car is sitting on some bricks. This is why Hollywood is cloning, especially African Americans, because they know when we get a little bit of money, it's World War III in the ghetto. This is why Tiffany Haddish is a necessary evil. She keeps the goons in check, because you can't beat up a robot or a clone. As soon as you swing at them and that ooze start coming out of their eyes, you're going to run for your life. You're going to be scared to death. When you try to fight a robot and you punch them and your knuckles start bleeding, you don't want those problems. And Hollywood knows this. That's why you'll never see a Tiffany Haddish or a Kevin Hart walking down the street in your neighborhood. Because if they did, many of people will walk up to them, and when you look them in their eyes, you see the infrared lights, and you'll be traumatized for the rest of your life. This woman just pulled her tampon out of the back of her pants and kept dancing. That lets you know that she's a freaking clone. GMB, we in the building. Let me see what y'all talking about in the comments section. Oh, it's so much love in the house tonight. We got Cantatrice Chava. Is Ashanti rich though? Clones aren't rich. Thoughtbots and wholebots aren't rich. The money goes directly to the corporations that clone these individuals. They look good, they smell good, they look rich, but that's the same situation with pimps and hoes. Pimps always keep their hoes looking good, but the hoes get no dough. And the same can be said about Katt Williams. He's been whoring himself for a while. He's been letting his hair fly in the wind, lip gloss popping. But now that he's old and washed up, he don't got the tender booty no more. Hollywood don't want him. And that's why he's mad at all of the clones. And he's spilling top secret Hollywood information. And this is why Mama D is under attack. Let me see what you guys talking about. Untucked Kyrie. Well, tuck it in, Kyrie, and get used to the facts. He looks uncomfortable. Blazy Gang Japan. Yeah, you see it. I know you guys see it. It's right there in front of your faces. Sanji Allen. This BS be killing me every time. It's not BS, it's actual factual documentation, Sanji. JZA. You're a clone, Sean. I'm far from a clone. I have a lot of information, but I'm not a clone. Okay. He said, Rodney, you're a clone. Rodney Gilmore is in the building. What it do, Rodney? We got Darnell Bullard. It's all love, baby. It's all love. Fire Peace G. We're in here. My man Darren P. GMB. What's good, fam? I'm just over here kicking the ballistics and giving all of these highly classified documentations. And like I said earlier, Mama D isn't necessarily ugly. If you look at her from an angle, she can be somewhat, you know, she kind of, you know, I'm not going to say Mama D is cute, but she ain't butt ugly. The same thing with Tiffany Haddish. She's not cute. She's not good looking. She's not attractive, but you can't sit there and say she's ugly. And the same thing applies to these two women because they're both Mama D. And Katt Williams, poor Katt, when he seen these two individuals standing in the same room together and he walked over to them and they both said hello at the same time, it freaked him out. This man went on a tour slapping his fans. He showed up in Detroit beating people up. Then he went to Chicago slapping the shiznit out of people. It not only did this information break his heart, it also caused him to lose his mind. Look at Mama D trying to be 20 years younger. But it's easy to do when you're a robot. They give you a couple of pieces of new skin, and before you know it, you're dancing all over the club all over again, as if you were 20. Now, ratchetness should have its limits, but in this life that we live, ratchetness will have no limits until they stop creating these thoughtbots and hobots. Because like I said, time and time again, people emulate these celebrities. People worship these celebrities. If Lil Wayne went out and got a fire truck tattooed on his cheek, by next week there will be millions of people walking around with fire trucks tattooed on their asses. My man Rodney Gilmore, Joe Gett. LeBron is actually Steph Curry. You guys know too much. You got too many information. Rodney Gilmore Jr. I ate too many waffles. They better not have been my waffles, buddy. That's how we had issues the first time, but we're good now. Who's this chick? Moshe Leon Willis. Billy Smart. Scotland's in the building. You know what, man? When I get to Scotland, we're going to hang out, Billy Smart. But don't tell your buddies that I'm there, because I don't trust them. But you, my guy, you're good money. You can look at the eyes, look at the eyebrows on these individuals. Look at how Tiffany Haddish talk as if she was raised up on ramen noodles. Look at how Mama D goes crazy over candy that she get from the clinic. Katt Williams been talking about big people his whole career, but this time I think he finally met his match, because when he went up to that radio show with Kevin and Wanda, first of all, you don't want problems with a chick named Wanda. If a female's name is Wanda, she's been trained in boxing, Muay Thai, she knows a little bit of Taekwondo. Women named Wanda know how to fight, and that's where Katt Williams messed up, because he's already small. And if you can put your nose up to your screen and try to smell what Tiffany Haddish is working with, you'll know for sure that she's a clone, because real human beings don't smell that bad. I'm trying to give you the facts. I hope you're listening. Let me see what y'all talking about over here. My man, Kwaku, whatever. I got African in the building. That's all I know. GMB Africa. We're here, baby. Blazy Gang Japan, Sean Blazington, can you get us all to Vegas for a big Blazy Gang meetup? Why do we need to go to Vegas, Blazy Gang Japan? We're the 2K Gall gamblers. I'm the owner of the casino. We have our own Vegas. We do it all online, brother. Lonzo Ball showed up for the stream. Now, enough about you guys and back to this information. Now, Tiffany Haddish has the genetics of a nurse. She has CNA written all over her. And Lil Scrappy is Tiffany Haddish Jr. Just call him Scrappy Haddish. When I tell you that Tiffany Haddish looks like she should be working in a nursing home, there's a reason why I'm saying that, because she has the DNA. They injected her with 2 different types of strains. They gave her a strain of hood rat and a strain of CNA. And in case you guys didn't know what a CNA stands for, it doesn't stand for Certified Nursing Assistant. It stands for Cleaning Nasty Ass, because that's what all these CNAs do. And Tiffany Haddish has the face, she has the fingertips, the lips, the nostrils. She has all of the capabilities to be a cleaning nasty ass CNA nurse. And so does Mama D. And looking into Mama D's background, she's been a nurse on several occasions. She tried to quit being a CNA and get into the music business, but within 6 months, she was back to cleaning ass. And that's why Katt Williams decided to expose these individuals, because there are so many women that's older around Mama D's age. They look up to her as if she's doing something positive with her life. Any female over 50 or 60 in the inner ghetto is out here acting like Mama D, because they think that's what they have to do to be successful. And that's why you have a large influx of older African-American women going to prison, because they all want to be like this lady right here. I applaud Katt Williams for giving us this information and telling us the truth about these people. And as you can see, I gotta switch the freaking title on this crap, but we still in the building, baby. And I'm gonna give you all of the facts, all of the documentation, so just stay tuned. But that's Negro here nor there. I need y'all to keep showing me love. My man Parrish M is in the house. Kwaku is spitting game. Bear with me, brothers. Okay. We at it. So, now let me tell you guys a little secret that I found out last night. I woke up in the middle of the night and I got a phone call and it was Katt Williams. Believe me or not, it really does make a difference. This man called me crying and he begged me to give you guys these highly classified documentations. He begged me to give you guys this news because whenever he says something, people think he's crazy. So I made him a promise. I said, look, man, I'm going to do a live stream tomorrow and I'm going to tell the people exactly what's going on. And he thanked me and told me that the world needs to know this information. So this is why I'm here. I hope you appreciate it. I got my girl Taisha in the building. She said she missed it. You ain't missed nothing because I'm going to be here all day. I'm going to be here all night. The stream started at 2:30. I ain't leaving till 2:30 a.m. tomorrow. Goddess Power is in the building. I hope you're ready for this information. Blazy Gang Japan. Where is all sorts of little niggas? What are you talking about? Now, let me get back to these facts. So people's been wondering, what does it take to become a millionaire? A lot of people want to know the keys to success. People read books. People look for inspiration in many of different places. But the truth is, the key to success is if you're a clone or not, because human beings aren't making it in today's day and age. They say you have to work hard, you have to go to school and get your education. But most of these people, as soon as they get their college degrees, they turn into clones. And you wonder why people like Tiffany Haddish is successful. People like Lil Wayne and Drake and all of these coons and buffoons are successful. And the reason why that is because they're not actually real people. So you can either take this information, love it, cherish it, or do whatever you want to do with it. But just know that I'm telling you guys nothing but actual factual documentations. Let me see what y'all talking about. Goddess Power. They're going to advertise cloning on TV because they're all exposed. I found out about cloning in 2015 on YouTube. Yahweh rules. Well, yeah, see, this is the day and age of information. People are finding out things that they would never imagine 20 years ago. People didn't even know that Santa Claus wasn't real until at least 2015. So the cloning thing is catching on. But as of right now, when I tell you guys about Hollywood and how they do the cloning and why they do the cloning, a lot of people get confused. They think it's a joke or I'm just here to run game on you guys. But you're going to have to know about this sooner or later. You're going to have to accept the fact that these people you look up to aren't actually people. The real people are in the hospitals. The real people are working at the Dollar General and stuff like that. Real people aren't in Hollywood. So, let me see what I got here. And here's some more information I received from Katt Williams last night. He said not only are these celebrities clones and things of that nature, he said these gangbangers aren't even human either. You have to remember, Katt Williams was involved with Suge Knight, Snoop Dogg, and all of these Hollywood gangsters. But he said they rep these gangs because they're reptilians. And it's in their nature to rep because they're actually reptiles. So the next time you see a gangster on TV or a gangbanger, a blood or a crip, just realize these individuals aren't human either. They're all reptilians. And that's why they rep that gang. It's nothing but facts here. Free Reign is in the building. I'm going to get written up for being on here. Oh, well. Where are you, Free Reign? Are you in a nursing home or something? Why would you get written up? Are you in juvie? Like, what's going on? Who are you living with? This is Saturday. Who's gonna write you up? Are you in a homeless shelter? Let us know, Free Reign. We want to help you out. We want to give you some money or something if you need it. Free Reign is gonna get written up on a Saturday. She's not living well. Hell. Blazy Gang Japan. It seems like when a celebrity goes to prison or goes to a hospital, they don't come back the same, almost like clone. Exactly. I'm glad that you guys are starting to connect the dots because 9 times out of 10, if a celebrity goes to jail, they're black. And when they come home, they're even blacker than they were when they went in. Do you realize Gucci Mane is at least 10 shades darker than he was when he first went into prison? He went in a dark brown and came out a dark. That lets you know that there's nothing but clones in the world. We got my man Mac Truck in the building. What it do, son? It's all about the love here, you guys. Free reign. How about the Silk and Diamond Fox News interview? Waiting for the documents. They're coming very, very soon. We got Makita Day. Yes, Sean knows better. Real people at the hospital. You guys, do you know how much the medical industry makes every day? They get paid to keep you sick. I'm here to keep you woke, but they're here to keep you sick. So why is it you never hear about celebrities getting sick? When's the last time you heard about Trick Daddy or somebody like that catching the flu? When's the last time you heard about Jay-Z with an STD? It just doesn't happen because they have the money to get over all of these things. And plus, when you're not human, you're not subjected to human diseases and things like that. Now, Tiffany Haddish, she got money now. She can do pretty much whatever it is she wants to do. She has Hollywood friends and she's at the party, she's at the events. Now ask yourself this question: how long will Hollywood let this last? How many more movies is this chick gonna be in before the balloon pops? She already went on The Breakfast Club. They asked her, how do you feel about people criticizing you and telling you you're not funny? And her response was, it really doesn't matter because my bank account gets bigger every day. They keep writing me these checks, so it doesn't matter what the people think. She's not even a true to the game comedian. She's not even here for the art. She's just here to whore herself out on the mainstream media. But the reason why she's able to do that is because she's not human and she doesn't have a conscience. Believe you me, if you were put in a position to make millions of dollars doing something that wasn't true to yourself, that wasn't true to your people, you wouldn't be able to do it because you're a human being. But these individuals, it really doesn't matter to them. Nothing but facts. We got my man Almighty Shaq, Sean Pleasanton. Please get out the documents. The documents are here, brother. God is power. It's amazing technology. They're just using it for the wrong reasons. They hijacked planet Earth millions of years ago. That's why they came. You know what? This woman is speaking facts. They hijacked our planet millions of years ago. They came on their spaceships and did a drive-by on their planet. Remember that scene on Menace to Society when the guy and his cousin was at the stoplight and the guys rolled up and put the guns to their heads? That's what the aliens did to Earth. They rolled up and did a hoorah and crip walked all over our planet. That's why they're reptilians, because they're repping that alien gang. Blazy Gang is here, you guys. I see y'all in the super chat. I see y'all kicking that knowledge. He said, I hear they make $6 million a day in the medical industry. They make more than that a day. And it has nothing to do with race. It has nothing to do with age. If they figure out a new disease to hurt people, they're going to put it out there. And if you don't want to die, you got to take the medicine. And if you don't take the medicine, then it's all over for you, because it's all about money. And they don't want you guys to know this stuff the same way they don't want you to know that Mama D and Tiffany Haddish is the same exact person. You can look, first you have to start with the feet. And then when you rise up to the head, you see they have the same hairstyle, the same nose structure, jaw line, eyebrows, it's all there. The same mannerisms. I know a lot of you don't even really care, but the reason why I'm telling you this is because there's going to be something that's going to come out later this week that's going to shock you all. I'm preparing you guys for the shock. I'm trying to break your fall, because when the new information hit about Hollywood and what's really been going on, you're going to be stunned. But since you're a part of the Blazy Gang and you watch Sean Blazington videos, you're going to be A-OK. My man Ronnie Chapman, Sean, why do Hollywood clone them? The reason why they clone them is because when you have large amounts of money, a lot of times you get into freak accidents. They don't always start out like clones. Like Tiffany Haddish, for instance, she was a regular chick. And when she first got a couple of $1,000s, she bought a Mustang and crashed into a wall. And they, Hollywood has to take responsibility for these injuries people suffer when they obtain a whole lot of money. That's why they just clone them to clean up their mistakes. And plus, once they clone them, they can control them. They give each clone a 6-month lifespan. So if they get out of line, they won't reclone them. You just won't hear about them again. They'll just, fade to black. That's why there are so many one-hit wonders out there. Now ask yourself this question. Why is there one-hit wonders? If a guy has one hit, how come he doesn't have another hit? How come he doesn't come out with a hit every 6 months? The reason why there's one-hit wonders is because these guys get into the entertainment business, see what it really is, and decide they don't want to be a part of it, and they get rid of these people. And the people you see that come back and do interviews, those one-hit wonders, those are clones. That guy that's perpetrating like Vanilla Ice, he's a freaking clone. See what y'all talking about. Got my man Blazy Gang Japan. The whole Mark of the Beast hand chip thing had me bugging. If we had to use that to pay for food, then I would starve because I'm not putting the chip in my hand. I'm smarter than that. My brother, if you have a iPhone, an Android, or a laptop, whatever you're watching this video on, you already took the chip. If you have an email address, you already took the chip. If you have a passcode to get into your phone, if you have any type of finger scanning, you already took the chip. If you went to the grocery store and bought a bag of Lay's, you already took the chip. If you had Cool Ranch Doritos before, some Tostitos, you already took the chip. If you like the barbecue Fritos, you get what I'm trying to tell you, Blazy Gang Japan. You're already in this. You have a credit card. You're a part of the New World Order, whether you like it or not. Free reign. They do look alike. The facial muscle patterns are identical. Exactly, free reign. They're twins because they're the same person. Red Nation 93 King. Is Kawhi Leonard a robot? Did you hear his laugh? Of course he's a robot. No human has the vocal capacities to do that type of laugh. I tried to do it 10 times and my throat started bleeding. So that lets you know that Kawhi Leonard isn't even a real person. Darren P. What do they do afterwards to the clones when they don't program them right? Do they make them normal or kill them? Well, when they don't get the program right the first time, they can always redo it. That's why you see people, they disappear for a while, like Lil Wayne. You didn't hear from him in a long time, and then eventually he comes back with the Carter 5. That's because his programming was wrong. And peep this, you guys. As soon as Lil Wayne came back on the scene is the same time Katt Williams came back on the scene, which was a couple of weeks ago with the whole radio interview situation. You didn't hear from Katt Williams a while before that, the same way you didn't hear from Lil Wayne. And the reason why these two emerged back at the same time is because Lil Wayne and Katt Williams is actually the same person. I know that's hard to believe, but if you go back to Juvenile's first video, the Drop It Like It's Hot, when that dude comes out singing wop, 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 drop it like it's hot, that's actually Katt Williams. If you look close at his mouth, you see there's no teeth up there. Nothing but facts, you guys. Oh, Lord, I got so much stuff I want to share with y'all, but I'm going to give it all to y'all right now. Free reign. As long as there's a Blazy Gang, I don't need no food. That's what I'm talking about. You don't need nothing to eat. Just enjoy this Blazy Gang hot dog. That's all you need in your life. Darren P. Kawhi exposed him. Yes, he did. Rollo Beats. So Mama C transformed into somebody 20 years younger? No, they cloned Mama D. That's why Tiffany Haddish, and she's not even 20 years younger. Tiffany Haddish just has good makeup. Without that makeup, she looks older than Mama D. And you can tell when she's dancing and twisting her hips that she's in pain. Next time you see her do a twerk, look at her facial expressions. It looks like somebody's about to die. She has the mark of the beast on her face when she's twerking because her hips and bone structure is in agony. Look at the eyebrows. Look at the lips, the nose. They both got the Hannah Montana thing going on. They both look like Arnold Schwarzenegger in the jawline. But don't get it twisted. Even though Mama D is pushing 80, there's still somebody out there tapping that. Somebody got her in the finger four, the 3-point stance, and I ain't talking about Steph Curry. They're putting it down on Mama Deezy. In the same way there's somebody tapping on Tiffany. I wouldn't do it, but hey, somebody is loving it. And that goes to show, a lot of you guys date ugly females because you think just because you're dating an ugly chick, nobody's gonna want your woman. Well, newsflash, somebody is tapping her ugly ass. Whether you like it or not, these are facts. Excuse me, let me get something to drink real quick because I've been kicking this stuff for at least a half an hour. Let your boy take a sip. Sipping on that blazy juice. It goes down in the DM and it goes down in the super chat. My man Red Nation said, is Steph Curry a better clone of LeBron James? No, Steph Curry is LeBron James's brother, but there is someone in the league that's a clone of LeBron James that was highly mutated. He was born a midget. They transformed him to be taller. He's a complete mutation, and he goes by the name of Kevin Durant. So there goes some Snapple top facts for you right there, brother. Got my man Jeremiah Jones in the house. King Baller is in the building. Higgs 420. Yeah, I see it, and I see you too, my brother. Cantrice Trava. Why all the clones they created are coons? That's a good question. That's the way they always wanted it. Even in slavery, they wanted to breed coons, but the people that were able to be coons were allowed into the big house, and all of the other slaves had to stay in the field. It's the same thing with Hollywood. You know, you have to breed coons. Coons just don't wake up cooning. It's a process that you have to go through, and with the advancement of technology, they don't have to shape and mold coons. They just create them in laboratories. That's why there are so many coons in Hollywood. You wouldn't see none of these famous people walking down the street in your neighborhood. Makita Day, I haven't been out with an alien in a minute. Well, you must just stop dealing with gangbangers, because all of them, if not 99% of them, are gangbangers. Any guy that says he reps something, he reps a squad, he reps a gang, he reps this, he reps that, he's a reptilian. Don't trust these outer space aliens that came to our planet to take over. God is power. Everyone is so ratchet nowadays. Yes, they are, because they follow after these hobots and robots, not realizing that these people aren't even human beings. Jacob Slaughter is in the building. 2K God the GOAT. I appreciate that, my brother. King Dez, I spill Hennessy. I've been spilling this Hennessy for at least 50 minutes, and I ain't gonna stop. I got 2 gallons left. I'm gonna keep spilling this Hennessy all over your areolas until you start moaning. I'm gonna give it to you until you call me daddy. Blazy Gang Japan. Dr. Baba Louie is a clone. Him and Sean Blazington are the same person. I got documentations. Don't lie to your life like that. You can lie to other people. You can lie to your friends, your family, but don't lie to your own life. There's no way me and Dr. Baba Louie is a clone. Cornbread is in the building. Shad the God. How long they've been cloning Blazing Gang? They haven't been cloning the gang, brother. Ronnie Chapman. Was you shocked, Sean, with the documents when you first started doing this good work? I was shocked. When I first got the documentations in the mail, I couldn't sleep for 5 days. And then I got so scared I wound up going to church. And then when I got into church, I got more scared because everybody in there looked alike. All of the old ladies had those big hats, and one lady had a satellite come out of her hat. So yes, I was terrified when I first started with the documentations, but once you realize everything isn't always what it seems, that's when you wake up and realize that you have to live out your life with your own thoughts. You have to be your own person, your own man, your own woman, the same way Tiffany Haddish is Mama D and ain't nobody know about it. But it's no biggie. A lot of you people have these children and they're bad as heck, and you wonder, why is my baby so bad? 9 times out of 10, it's not even your baby. They've been running clones for millions of years. A lot of you people don't even have a connection to your own parents. You look at your mom and dad and say, who the hell are these people? Have you ever considered you were cloned in the womb? That ain't your mama. That ain't your daddy. And that's why you can't stand them. This cloning thing is real. Half of y'all out there is clones and don't even realize it. Goddess power. Some of my family members are a clone and I'm the outcast. See? Look, I didn't even read what she said. She took the words out of my mouth. She's a prophet. That's exactly what I'm talking about. A lot of you have these families of people that you can't even stand. You don't even have a connection with these people. You don't even want to know them. When they come around, you just want to leave. That's because they're not really your family. Wake up, people. Free reign. She got her champagne. She's kissing and licking. Much love to you, my sister. Maz Draws in the building. Maz Draws in the building with the Henny in one hand and the blunt in the other. GMB is in the building. We're about to get saucy. I'm talking more saucy than spaghetti, more saucy than a cheeseburger. We're going to get saucy. Free reign. So where does Scrappy fit into this scenario? Little Scrappy is Scrappy Haddish. That's Tiffany Haddish's son. And you can see the resemblance in their faces. The same skin tone. Mama D is too dark to be his mama. And his daddy is dark also. So, well, you can technically say Mama D is his mama because Tiffany Haddish is a clone of Mama D. But when it comes to who gave birth to Scrappy, is Tiffany Haddish. So I know this is going to be confusing for a lot of people, but this is why I started running the longer live stream, so I can repeat myself and, you know, answer questions and give you guys the facts. This is like a school of documentations right now. These are lessons that you guys are taking. I hope you have your Blazy Gang notes in hand. And don't get it twisted. Tiffany Haddish shouldn't wear jeans when she's doing those twerking sessions, because when the funk builds up inside of these clones, their eyes turn green, and it's not a pretty sight, but it happens. If you're in a profession that you're not even talented in, how would you succeed? That's like being a doctor, but you're not a good doctor. You don't kill 5 or 6 patients and they're still paying you top dollar. It's obvious you don't have a clue what you're doing, but they're still paying you all of this money as a doctor. That's the same situation with Tiffany Haddish. She's in the comedy game, but she's not funny. She's getting paid top dollars and she's not even a real comedian. Anybody can twerk. Anybody can be ghetto. Why Tiffany? Why her? And the reason is because she's a clone and she's owned by a secret corporation that Katt Williams exposed, and I'm giving you the information. Look at Scrappy Haddish's eyebrows and look at his mama's eyebrows. Look at their noses. You can't tell me that Scrappy isn't Tiffany Haddish's son. These are all facts, brothers. Let me see what y'all talking about over here. King Dez, do you think Kawhi is a robot? Yes, I answered that question. Kawhi Leonard is a robot. Bella or more, these pics. We got Shauna G in the building. Excuse me, Shauna, what's fake? Please reiterate. Please explain what's fake, Shanna or Shauna or whatever your name is. And just because your last name is G, I'm not intimidated. You're not going to G check me. You're not going to do this. The Blazy Gang is in the building. We holds it down. Free reign. We belong to the Blazy Gang family. Let her know. Matter of fact, somebody check that Shauna G or Shanna, whatever her name is. She's trying to mess up the flow. We got to keep this thing going in heavy rotation because they've been cloning humans for the longest. And you guys didn't even know it. Have you ever went and got a flu shot? They're not putting anything in you. They're taking something out of you. They're getting that DNA ready for your clone. You got a clone in Zimbabwe right now doing the choo-choo dance, looking just like you with a bone protruding through their nose. You got a clone in Australia right now getting beat up by a kangaroo, and you didn't even have a clue that they existed. There's clones all over the world. There's clones in your city. Have you ever been somewhere and saw somebody that looks just like your cousin? You see somebody, he's standing in line about to order some pizza, and you're just thinking to yourself, damn, he looked just like my cousin Ray Ray. Well, newsflash, that is your cousin Ray Ray. GMB, we all up in here, man. I got my man Red Nation 93 King, Tiffany Haddish have ass for days. Where do you see this? What is wrong with your optics? You having the wrong prescription in your contacts. Tiffany doesn't have ass for days. She got gas for days. That woman is funky. She's smelly. She's disgusting. You shouldn't look at her in a sexual manner. If you're looking at Tiffany Haddish as if she can get it, just know that you're looking at Mama D as if she can get it. And some of y'all ain't got no problem with that. And I don't have a problem with that. But I wouldn't want to smash Mama D or Tiffany Haddish personally. Unless I had a gallon of Henny, 2 blunts, then Tiffany can get it. And Mama D. Blazer Gang, Miles Draws, Miss G, these are facts. Stop blowing highs, GMB, baby. Exactly, let that woman know. She come up in here hating. She must don't know who we is. Now back to the facts. Tiffany Haddish wrote a book called The Black Unicorn. And if you know anything about books that have something to do with horses, you know there's a lot of secret messages within these books. When Pimp C went on the radio and talked about the book, Behold the Pale White Horse, that was a red flag. That was a signal to the elite that he had to be dealt with because he was speaking about the white horse. But when Tiffany Haddish wrote a book about the black horse, that was her way of letting the elites know that she's a certified coon. No black woman should name theirself after a black animal. Being a black unicorn is letting you guys know that she's a black mythological creature. She's not even freaking human. She's a hobot. Yes, she is a black unicorn. Black unicorns don't exist, and she doesn't either. And the person that they cloned her with is a thought bot. I'm gonna go all night, you guys. I need you guys to ask me some questions because there's so much information I want to share with you, and I'm gonna do it right now. Believe you me, I was raised up on conspiracies. I remember watching The Twilight Zone, The X-Files. It always made me wonder. That's when I got into this game to give you guys the information. I was brought up on Goosebump books. I remember going to barbecues and I always had my backpack with me and I wasn't even going to school. I would pull out those Goosebump books, read them, get scared and sleep under the freaking bed. Best believe I know what I'm talking about. All I do is spill facts and documentations. I risk my life to give you these documentations, girl. Thug Man is in the building. This dude spitting facts. You know I am. Free reign. William Cooper. She knows what she's talking about. William Cooper made that book. And when celebrities speak on that book, they go missing unless they speak about something that's the total opposite. So talking about the Black Unicorn was her way of hiding information. She wants you to know that she's a freaking phony. She wants you to know that she's not real. When they want to hide something from you, they put it in plain sight. Darren P. was Pimp C hip hop on the documentations. He was spilling a lot of Hennessy in his day. Yes, Pimp C was spilling Hennessy all out of his pimp cup. And eventually they had to get rid of that brother because he took it a bit too far. That's why I don't speak about celebrity sexuality. You'll never hear me say so-and-so is a fruitcake or so-and-so. Well, maybe every now and then, but I don't go deep into details about celebrities' sexuality because that's when the game gets heavy. And plus, I can care less what someone do behind closed doors with their sexuality. As long as they're not affecting me, I can care less. But Pimp C went on the radio and called people out, said things about people that's not supposed to be out there. I admire him for what he did, but he also had to pay the price for that. R.I.P. to Pimp C. Blazer Gang Japan. Do aliens disguise themselves as human to walk freely in the earth? Can you explain alien abductions and if the moon is holographic? Well, I can tell you a few things about alien abductions. They never abduct fat people. You never heard a fat person come back and say, they got me. It's something that'll never happen because the rays that they use to beam people up can only handle at least 150, maybe 170 pounds. Whenever you see an alien abductee, there's some small skinny guy or some little thin chick. You never saw a fat alien abductee. They'll abduct Katt Williams, but they're not going to take Monique. Listen, you guys, Tupac got abducted, but they didn't take Biggie. These are all facts. So yes, I know a lot about alien abductions, and if you weigh over 200 pounds, you have nothing to worry about. Thug Man is in the building. Let me see what he has to say. Do you think this has to do with the Illuminati infiltration of African civilization? Yes. And okay, let me explain something to you guys. In my earlier videos, I would speak about the Illuminati, this, that, and the third, but I realized when it comes to black people, they don't use the Illuminati. It's called the Illuminago. It's an African brand of that secret society. So from now on, when you hear me say the Illuminago, that's the African form of the Illuminati. But black people can't be affiliated with that group because the power elite aren't African Americans or Africans of any sort. So when you see a black celebrity in a secret society, it's not the Illuminati, it's the Illuminago. And remember that. Actually, I made a video about Victor Oladipo and his run-ins with the Illuminago, so you can check that out too. It's called the Victor Oladipo story. It's still up on the channel. My man, King D's, why do you think Katt Williams is so mad at Kevin? He's telling the truth, but it seems like there's jealousy there. No, there is no jealousy between Katt Williams and Kevin Hart. First of all, they're both around the same height. It's not like Kevin is a little bit taller. He's a baller, but he ain't taller. And Katt Williams is actually funny. He actually made people laugh. Kevin Hart isn't necessarily, well, to a lot of people he's funny, and to a lot of people he's not funny. But when it comes to Katt Williams, to the majority of people, he's actually funny. He said some things that made people laugh. He's not my cup of tea of a comedian. He's too derogatory. But other people love Katt Williams' comedy more than they love Kevin Hart, so it's not any jealousy there. These comedians are upset because they know that they have more talent than Kevin Hart and Tiffany Haddish, but they're not given the same opportunities. That's like if you were working at a job for 20 years, you have all the experience, you have all the talent, and they let some new kid come in and he's your boss telling you what to do. He's getting promotions and he doesn't even know what the heck he's doing. These comedians have a reason to be salty at people like Kevin Hart and Tiffany Haddish because they're simply not entertaining. People should get paid for what they're good at, not for what they're bad at. We have a backwards world that we live in. That's like a stripper getting paid more money than the other strippers, but she don't even know how to dance. It just doesn't even make any sense. But when you're a clone, when you're a robot, the sky's the limit. Let me see what y'all talking about. My man Jared Jones is in the building. What it do, Gerard? Is it Gerard? Whatever. Gerard. Your name makes my throat hurt. No homo. Why do we allow illegal aliens to come to our planet? We need to build a wall to keep them out. Illegal aliens out. Are you being racist? Are you talking about aliens from outer space, or are you talking about illegal aliens? You know, and I'm not going to touch on that because I love Mexican food and you're not about to mess up my life of burritoism. Actually, I'm going to Chipotle after this stream. So, Jared, you're going to have to answer that question on your own, or you're going to have to address it in a different way, because you're not going to be talking about the Blazer Gang cartel members and my muchachos on the south of the border. We're not going to do that. I'll call some Mohicans to come handle you, but you're a Blazer Gang member, so you ain't got to worry about that. Free reign. They only abduct people with low blood pressure. That's true. So, you know, you never see any UFOs in the ghetto. They're not about to pick somebody up and he got a chicken sandwich in his hand. That's bad cholesterol. We up in here. JZA Vandal. Why not just call them Jews? That's what they are. Well, you know, people give Jews a bad rap, but hey, just because somebody got money don't mean they're evil. My next door neighbor, he got at least $1 million and he's a pretty nice guy. My man Mac Truck. Too many people, too many robots. How can we defend ourselves? Well, we need to learn how to pool our money together and stop buying nonsense. Whenever you get paid, just think about the stuff that you purchase after you pay your bills. Once you pay your bills, of course you gotta eat, you're gonna get some food, but that extra stuff is really unnecessary. Did you really need the new Jordans Mack truck? Did you really need that shiny new crack pipe? What's wrong with the old one? Back in the day, you used to make crack pipes out of car antennas, and now you want to go into the smoke shop and get some glass? We need to do better with our spending. Free reign. What happened to number bring our girls back? Exactly. They're not even worried about bringing our girls back. They probably cloned them and bought them back already. Actually bought back 2 of them. We're not even looking for our girls. These girls went missing in the middle of broad daylight, and it was on the news for a week, and after that everybody forgot about it. We're gonna run a Blazy Gang campaign. We still need to bring back our girls, and we don't want no clones. Don't try to give us some hand-me-down girls or some artificial bootleg girls. We want the authentic girls. GMB, man, we're here. Goddess power. I'm 5'10", so 200 pounds doesn't look fat. Yeah, but you're still heavy. A goddess power, you're 5'10", and you're 200 pounds. You can lift some weights. You know, you could do a backflip like Jackie Chan and break the concrete. GMB, I don't think the aliens are gonna mess with you too good. Moriella Odoro. She said, LOL, just tuned in already laughing. I appreciate you for being here. Moriella Odoro. That's Blazy Gang family right there. Show that woman some respect. Jared Jones, my name is pronounced the black way. My name is pronounced Ja-Turd. Okay, Ja-Turd. You in the building. Blazy Gang, hold it down. Blazy Gang Japan. How many mansions do you own, Sean? And why can't I get a ride in the Lambo? Well, you heard about the mansion, so I might as well let you guys know. I'm over here doing pretty good. You know, I got a couple of mansions and stuff like that. They pay me to keep stuff a secret, and as soon as they don't give me the money, I start exposing people. Like Tiffany Haddish. Oh, Sean, I'm gonna give you 50 bands. Oh, I'm gonna give you 100 G's. And when the Mitch ain't have my money, well, as you can see, I'm on the live stream. And you can't ride in my Lambo because you don't have any gas money. Let me see what Catrice Chauvel is talking about. Dick Gregory used to give us very similar documentations. Yes, Dick Gregory did give us very similar documentations, but with a name like Dick Gregory, he just always seemed like a dirty old man. I mean, I wanted to listen to old Dick, but as soon as his name came out of my mouth, I just got shivers. Like, there's something dirty about this guy. Maybe he should have changed his name to Rick Gregory, or maybe Tom Gregory, but Dick Gregory just sounds derogatory. Blazy Gang, we're in the building. Free reign. Too many aliens in Los Angeles. Facts. The whole Beverly Hills, Santa Monica area is nothing but aliens and clones. Don't think for a second they'll let real people have that type of money. And also, there was fires going on in California, and there were people living in tents as if they were in Haiti or something. Right there in California, the billion-dollar state, they got people living out in tents because those are actually real people. The clones and thoughtbots and robots, they don't let them live in tents because when it starts raining, there's going to be malfunctions. Goddess power. I have Jewish bloodlines, but I'm not selling my soul. Okay, we want to know more about your Jewish bloodlines because the last time I checked, you lived in Compton. And maybe your family forgot about you, or they just don't like you, or maybe you're just black. You're going to have to fill us in on that information, sister. Everybody want to be something that they're not. That's why I'm asking you to explain this Jewish bloodline that you have that's so royal, but you're still on Section 8 eating chicken wings. Thug man in the building. He said, you're right. I remember fighting in the Congo in the 1980s and seeing some strange shit like disappearances. Tell him about it, thug man. A lot of brothers go to fight for the country and come back all screwed up. And you wonder, how come these vets come back and they're freaking out of their freaking minds? That's because they saw some things beyond human imagination and they have to keep it a secret. I dare you to try to keep a secret for a week. Your head will freaking explode. These guys take an oath and they can't tell you half of the stuff I'm telling you. That's why they come back so messed up. And I want to give a shout out to all my vets, all my people that served the country or still serving the country. You got a home with the Blazer Gang. We love you. We represent for the U.S. soldiers. And the reason why I said all that mainly is because I don't want no drama. Quit asking me about the military. Y'all trying to get me popped. GMB, Goddess Power, she says she's thick. Okay, well, it all depends on where you're thick, sweetie. Is the booty thick or the belly thick? Let us know in the super chat if you're booty thick or belly thick. And be honest. And we want to see a picture of them arms too. Just because you got big jiggly arms, that don't make you thick. We got Scarlett Saunders. What up? What up, Scarlett? How you feeling? Maj draws. Is that a booger on Tiffany's face? No, that's not a booger. That's when actually, that's her twin sister. They were going to make two, but they decided to cut the other one out. And, you know, as you can see, the twin got stuck on her face. Red Nation, we all up in here. Free reign. Blazer Gang channel is destined for greatness. Never compromise the integrity of your documents. Exactly. I'll never do that. I'm streaming from now on till these views get up. Put too much work in the custom videos and they only get like 500 views. I'll be on the toilet crying and shitting at the same time. Jared Jones, why can't post a comment? You can post comments. I see your comment, brother. We all up in here. Okay, Goddess Power said her last name is Levins. I never met a Jewish person with the last name Levins. You're going to have to further explain yourself. Let us know how you're a black Jew. And if you're a Hebrew Israelite, just say that and we'll understand what you're talking about. Blazer Gang Japan, what happened to the food reviews? Some strange shit has been happening on your channel. I like videos I liked and have been deleted or made private. I'm concerned. He's concerned about the channel. Oh, Blazer Gang wants to know about the food review. Oh, Lord. Well, just know that they're coming back real soon and they're going to be live. And the reason why I had to switch it up is because there's so much hate coming towards the channel because I give these documentations and then I try to do something nice like give food reviews, and people don't like that. They don't want you to show the kinder, softer side. They want you to be the mean documentation guy all the time. I've received threats. People been rolling up on Dr. Deacon Duballs. It's been a lot of drama in the Blazer Gang community. Taisha, she says she's booty thick. We don't believe it. You're going to have to prove yourself to the gang. Janice Greer, that's Pam Greer's cousin. She's top heavy, but the bottom is flat like a pancake, but we still got love for that sister. Goddess Power, I'm not on Section 8. I just upgraded to an apartment home. I manifested. So please explain that, Goddess of Power. You're not on Section 8 anymore. You just upgraded to an apartment home that you manifested. So did you build a freaking tree house or something like that? We're not understanding. You're gonna have to explain yourself. She said she found out she's Jewish through ancestry.com. I'm sorry, but it doesn't work like that. It'll tell you what region of the country you come from, or you know, where your descendants are from and everything, but they're not gonna flat out say you're Jewish. You never took a freaking DNA test and they told you that you were from Compton, or that you were a Blood, or you were a Crip. Jewish isn't a full nationality. It's more so a religion. It's a way of life. These people are not what you think they are. That's how I know you're running game. Young Tablecloth, I got one question, brother. Where your mama old dish rag at? Tiffany Haddish is Kevin Hart's clone. I wouldn't doubt it, brother. Maj Draws, welcome to the Blazer Gang Henny Club. We live. That's right, we're live and we're here. Goddess Power, I'm gonna let you live. I'm not gonna expose you any further. I'm looking through your files right now, but I'm not gonna do you like that because you're my sister and you're also with the Blazer Gang. We don't know if you're an official member yet, but don't worry. One of these Blazer Gang members are gonna jump you in. Now let me get back to Tiffany, Katt Williams, Mama D, Lil Scrappy Haddish, Ashanti Haddish. They're all the same person. And Katt Williams is still disgusted. Every time he sees this woman, he's just amazed at the cloning technology. When she blinks her eyes and that weird sound, that squeaky, squeaky sound. When these clones blink, it sounds like somebody's washing their windows with Windex. That annoying squeak lets you know that somebody's a clone. Look at her, the way she moves. Now you know that thing is stankin'. Usually when females twerk, they don't twerk that fast. They have a nice little slow grind. When Tiffany's twerking, it's like she's trying to fan the flies away. She twerk as if she have a whole nest of flies around her butt and she's trying to shake them away. That woman is funky. And the reason why she smells so bad is because she's not even human. They've been cloning since the 60s. A lot of those actors in those black exploitation movies, no real black people will want to be a part of something called black exploitation. It's exploitation of black folks. It doesn't even make sense, but a clone will do anything. A robot will do anything. Pam Grier was one of the first clones in Hollywood. She never hesitated to take off her shirt. She never hesitated to bust it open on cam. No real woman would do that. 80% of these women in the adult porno business are clones and robots. No real woman would take that much D on cam. They'll probably do it once or twice, but the chick Cherokee, I don't know what they did to create her, but that's a beautiful build. Back to the super chat. Let me see what y'all talking about over here. Red Nation 93. When are you going to do a world tour of the documentations? Because they hot. Oh, it's coming real soon. I got me a couple of leather Eddie Murphy suits. I'm going to do the documentations real soon on the world tour. God is power. My real DNA is Liberian. Just because you like to go to the library doesn't make you Liberian. And then she turned around and said she's German. You notice God is power be talking that black power shit, but not once has she said that she's a proud African American or African anything. She's a Jewish, she's a Jew, she's from Germany, she's a Liberian. Not once did she say she's a proud African American woman. And this is very common in the inner city, you know. Thug man, yes, you're correct. I even came across Joseph Kony while on a search and destroyed a mission during the Rhodesian War. I had the chance to kill him, but he was protected by some higher power. Thug man, you need to give us some more information. Matter of fact, I'm going to run your files and see if you're selling me a crock of BS. And if you're lying, I'm going to expose everything I find in this file. So say something else like that and it not be true, you're going to get exposed. We got Kathleen Williams in the building. We got Quinteria Greer. That's Pam Grier's niece. Have you noticed ever since I started talking about Pam Grier, we had at least 3 different Greers. We got Quinteria Greer. We got another Greer, and we got Janice Greer. All the Greers are coming out because I'm talking about the mother clone, Pam Grier. All of her baby clones are coming out to attack. She says, why you mad though? I'm mad because your great-great-grandmama Pam Grier is a clone. And you're a clone baby. You're not an 80s baby. You're a crazy baby. Jared Jones, hold on, let me get my documentations. That's a good idea. Hold on, Jared. Let me get my documentations. And I'm back. Taisha Jacob, I don't want to know whatever she's talking about. My man Mac Truck, I'm going to have to check her. Yes, check her. Check that power goddess because she ain't keeping it real with the hood. Free reign. Liberia is a black American refugee. Okay, you guys don't even know anything about Africa, but I still love you. Power goddess. I'm not my hair and my skin and my soul that lives within me. See, people are always talking about I'm not my hair. I'm not my skin. India Irie got y'all females tripping. I am not my hair. Yes, the hell you are. You're your hair, you're your skin, you're your nails, you're your funky feet. Stop trying to be everything except for being black. Quit with all of this mumbo jumbo about Ancestry.com. And first of all, if you got to go to Ancestry.com to find out what you really are, you're a freaking fool. You can look in the mirror and see that you're black. There's so many clones and robots out here. I don't blame you. I blame these cloning facilities for making you this way. Miles Bull is in the building. Shouts out to Sean Blazington, man, for your real documentations done changed my life. See, I risk my life to give you documentations. And as you can see, Miles Bull, he changed his life because Miles was on that bull. This brother would hang out in front of the corner store all day and night. When the police rolled up, he would run up the fire escape, and he didn't even climb back down the fire escape when the police left. This man would jump off the top of the roof like Luke Cage just to sell a dime bag of weed. I'm so glad this brother changed his life. We got Ann in the building. Damn, she was digging up her butt. Yes, and she pulled out her tampon. That's how disgusting these clones are. They have no morals or no human ethics. Jacob Slaughter, 1993, is in the building. We all up in here. My man Antonio McLean, GMB, brothers and sisters. We all up in here, baby. Taisha, okay, I got it. I know you got it. And you also got love from the gang. Whatever you need, we here. Just let us know, boo. Maz draws. Pam Grier can still get it. I'll knock her draws off. Big gross facts. And them some big draws facts, because Pam Grier ain't looking the way she used to, man. Pam Grier used to be fine, slim, thick, big tatas. Now she over there looking like a Buffalo Bill. She looks like she plays for the Packers. And if you will still hit Pam Grier, you might as well just pull up to the nearest nursing home and start bumping some Curtis Blow and the OJs. Just go to your local nursing home in a Cadillac and put on some Frankie Beverly and Maze. You'll get all the chicks. Let me see what y'all talking about. Quinteria Grier. Oh my God, I love this channel. Oh, she loves the channel now because I was about to expose her and her family tree. All of the Griers are clones. Let me get a sip of water because I've been kicking these facts for over an hour now. Your boy is putting in work. I mean, I risk my life to give y'all these documentations. I'm over here sweating, armpits just glycerin. I'm over here smelling better than Tiffany Haddish. But let me hop back into these facts. Thug Man, here he goes with the war stories. You better not be Master P because I'm running your files right now. I don't want to hear about no limit soldiers. If you're not a real soldier, you're going to get it, Thug Man. No homo. My memory may betray me sometimes, but I do believe that it was a young Coney. However, there are thousands of men in Africa that look similar, and it was around 40 years ago. My brother. Of course, people in Africa look similar. We're all black. What do you want us to do? Look different? That's how I know you're full of crap. But I see what you're talking about, GMB. Jared Jones. Kevin Durant is trying to recruit DeMarcus Cousins to join the Cupcake Crips. DeMarcus is already a Cupcake Crip. Why do you think he's been getting so fat? He didn't injure himself because he was playing basketball. He injured himself because he ate too many freaking cupcakes. Free reign. Pusha T is rapper Eve and drag. Free reign. What did I tell you guys about releasing the documentations before they're due? We all know Pusha T is not who he says he is. What man names himself Pusha? That sounds like something Eve would do. Pusher, trans, whatever he is. I'm going to save those docs for another day. And I think you're my brother from another mother. Look, there she go with that clone talk. I knew something was up with Ann. Quinteria Grier, but I was talking to the Blazy Gang Japan. Now she's correcting me. There's going to be some drama. Somebody check Quinteria Grier. She's out here running amok. Let me get back to these facts for a second because I can go on and on with you guys in the super chat. Beats by Jones, and do a video on how Ice Cube and Redman are the same person. You can't demand me to do videos about something that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. You know, how about you do a video about it? Beats by Jones. And your beats are trash. GMB, baby, we in the building. I'm just messing with you, Beats by Jones. You know you're a Blazy Gang member for life, my brother. Free reign. What's up, my nagas? That's right, we are all nagas. I tried to provide you guys with the NAGA games and nobody watched them. It was going to be a spiritual reemergence for our people. The NAGA games was going to connect the Africans of Asia with the Africans of America. But none of you watched the freaking videos. But don't worry, there's still going to be NAGA games, whether you like it or not. GMB in the building. Yeah. Let me sip some more of that crunk juice. I'm feeling good. I'm spilling Hennessy all over the computer. If I get electrocuted, just know what happened to me. I'm working, you guys. It's going on an hour and a half. I'm giving you guys all of the facts. My man, 2K16 Election Love, play some 2K. I'm going to be playing it on Sean Blazington NBA. Just give me a moment. I got to provide the facts. Don't worry. I'm going to be playing 2K. And speaking of 2K, 1K GOAT is in the building. GMB. Yeah. Now, let me get back to the cloning and the scary stuff. Like Tiffany Haddish twerking at 50 years old. Now, that's scary. I've seen a few scary things in my life, and when I realized that Katt Williams was an original member of B2K, I realized why his hair is long and why he looks the way he looks. Every member of B2K are all under 5'5". There's not one tall member, and there's a reason for that. The same way the boys in Criss Cross, they weren't over 5'5". Jermaine Dupri is short. Bow Wow is short. There's a connection with these boy bands and these men that love to be around little boys. They're all super duper short. And the reason why they're so short is because they have trouble getting in the bed with each other. They need a step ladder just to hop in that bed at the same time. Some of them even have trampolines on the side of the bed. It's a sick, twisted business. Katt Williams been to jail, and you can't tell me he wasn't assaulted. You can't tell me that his butt wasn't caramelized. This man got more twitches than a YouTube app. He got more twitches than a broke down Facebook page. Katt Williams got more twitches than a lazy eye. This man has been assaulted in the can. But that's Negro here nor there, because we're here to talk about Tiffany Haddish with the mole on her face. She's stankin'. She's really Ashanti. Open your eyes. They're out there and they're watching. So let me see what you guys talking about. Beats by Jones Clone-Aid. And the Kool-Aid is the Clone-Aid. Like they used to say, don't drink the Kool-Aid. The reason why they said that is because once you drink the Kool-Aid, you're making yourself available to be a clone. It changes your genetic DNA and makes you accessible to cloning. Antonio McLean, I missed the impressions of Shannon. It's all good. Black Napa. Hold up, Napa. GMB passed the Henny. How about you pass that Capri Sun? You know you're the Capri man. Pass it over here, Black Napa. He in the building. Korea Mojo. Goddess Power. All of them are midgets. Exactly. And the reason why they're midgets, have you ever noticed that midgets have bigger rumps than taller people? I don't know what it is about those midgets, but they all got dunks. And even short people, they can't help it, but they got the booty do. And that's why so many of these entertainers and these boy bands are shorter than 5'5", because, you know, these fruitcakes in the music industry, they like them to have a little meat on their bones. But that's Negro here nor there. I'm not going to keep with the fruity documentations. I got a stack of pink documentations. They come in pink and purple envelopes. I don't even touch those. I just leave them in the bottom of the file. We're going to stick with the regular documentations tonight. You don't want me to pull out that bright, hot pink pack of documentations, because the stuff in there will blow your mind. Let me keep pouring this Hennessy all over you guys, and I want you lady folks to do me a favor. Open up your shirt just a little bit, because I want to pour a teaspoon of this Hennessy on your areolas. Like I said, I don't spill tea, I spill Hennessy. So, you know, I don't do the girly gossip and stuff like that. You know, these females, they're sitting on the patio sipping the tea and gossiping and, ooh, girl, ooh, child. We don't do that. We spill Hennessy. We get drunk and talk about real stuff in the world. We all up in here. Lion Orion, I see you, brother. My man Raymond Jackson, Caesar from Black Ink, is really Isaac Hayes' clone. You know that's a fact, my brother. And before Isaac Hayes went on to be with the ancestors, he was doing tattoos. I'm proud to see that you connected those dots the way you did. Quinteria Greer, who was the other girl? What other girl? We all up in the building. Look at their faces. Look how much they match. There's no way that they're not the same person. Mama D can do two things good in her life, and that's barbecue and beat the hell out of some grandbabies. One day I was riding down Cascade and there was Mama D right down there in Southwest Atlanta beating the shiznit out of a little girl. I wanted to call the police, but I figured, hey, maybe that little girl needed her behind whooped. Mama D is the person to do it. And since Tiffany Haddish is a clone of Mama D, you know she's crazy. She's not all the way there. Sometimes you see a picture of her and she's smiling, but on the inside it looks like she's dying. That fake smile is the worst fake smile I ever saw. She has the worst fake smile in fake smile history. Even when she's twerking and smiling, she's sad. This girl looks depressed. She looks like she's been through the Great Depression. And the reason why that is because she knows she's a clone of Mama D. And Katt Williams knew this too, and that's why he exposed it to the world. GMB, I'm reading you guys' comments, man. Giving me the chuckles over here. Goddess Power said, I love being a tall goddess. Well, let me ask you this, Power Goddess. Did you ever play any basketball? Do you have a jump shot? Do you know how to dunk? Are you putting your height to use? Are you modeling or something like that? Do you play a little bit of football? Do you know how to wrestle? You got to let us know, because you're talking about you're a tall German Jew black chick. You better put all of those good qualities to use. We up in here. Juice Red Uno, he up in here. 2K16 election. What you think about Clarkston hanging out with J.R. Smith and getting all those tattoos? Well, a lot of people didn't know this, but Clarkston is actually a clone of J.R. Smith. So, of course, he's going to do what J.R. does because that's his boss. He was cloned from this man. Technically, he's his genetical scientific father, so to speak. Got Christian Arones. Greetings, my brothers. You up in the building, GMB. Yeah, my man Jared, he's baffled. He's puzzled. He sees the resemblance. Van XO Vibes. Damn, they do look alike. Not only do they look alike, but they're the same person. Free reign. Caesar got big ass hips. Who is Caesar? We all up in here. Taisha I, Tiffany Haddish look like Mimi from off of Love and Hip Hop. See, you're bringing up another fact, because most of those people on Love and Hip Hop, they're related, and a lot of them are clones. And Little Scrappy's baby mama Erica, she looks just like Mama D. And I touched on those documentations. The name of that video is Stevie J and Little Scrappy Exposed. I advise y'all to check that out, because I break down the whole Love and Hip Hop cast and how a lot of them are related and they're clones and all that good stuff. You got to check that out. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, I need you to do so. Subscribe, hit that notification button, hit that like button. I was going to wait to give you guys these facts, but I figure I'll do it now because I got stuff to do later. Maz Draws, Black Napa, I'll take a Capri Sun to go with these blazing facts. You heard him, Napa. Where them Capri Suns at, brother? Ain, funny you mentioned Germans, and Zach TV said G is for German, not gangster. I'm going to have to check out those documentations myself. I refuse to take your word for it. Marvelous Ebluella, 5-star general in the building. I see you, brother. Free reign, Black Ink, Tisha E. Okay, let me get back to these facts right quick. Now, anybody can join the secret society. All you got to do is go down to the mosque or go down to one of these spooky places and creep in there and try not to be scared. But when something jump out that back room, you might just shit on yourself. That's why you should always carry some wet wipes with you. But Katt Williams couldn't handle the secrets. He was so eager to be a comedian. He wanted to be successful. He wanted to be on top of the game. He wanted to be where Kevin Hart and Tiffany Haddish is. But he's a real guy. When they started telling him the secrets, who's who, telling him about the cloning and the robots and all of this top secret information, he lost his freaking mind. He couldn't handle that info. Look at his face. He looks devastated. Every time he looks at Mama D, he get chills because he knows that Tiffany Haddish is a clone of Mama D, the mannerisms. I can tell you guys about this all night. I'm just going to keep on giving you guys the facts. And if you ask me some questions, I'll give you the answers. Let's go, y'all. Blazer Gang, we up in the building. Goddess Power, she said, I have many talents, but I'm here to save humanity, and I'm not selling my soul. So all the careers you talked about, you have to sell your soul. I agree with you, my sister, but you still got to make money. How you gonna save humanity when you can't even save $20? I'm not understanding, Goddess Power. You want to do all this stuff for the world, but you ain't got no food in your refrigerator. I'm not saying sell your soul, but sell something. We got to get this paper, GMB, baby. Black Napa, oh, he came with all the Capri Suns. We appreciate you, brother. I needed that drink, Nap. Hold on, let me get a sip of that Capri Sun right now, my brother. We here, we in the building. We ain't going nowhere. We all up in here. We're like bad boy for life. We ain't don't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. We can't be stopped now, cause it's Blazer Gang for life. NBA Week 3, Kevin Durant and Offset are twins. I got evidence. Yeah, I know you saw the video where I exposed that. Don't try to make it seem like you have the documents. Okay, Thug Man is back. He said, my documents have been manipulated so that the CIA can deny my involvement in the conflicts in Africa, and even further so they can deny my existence entirely. Thug Man, you better not be Baba Louie trolling me, because only Baba says stuff like that about Africa and the CIA. I think that's Baba Louie trolling. That's right, Goddess Power, their program, that what? Raven Jackson. Ellie Amia is a clone of Jasmine Guy that grew up in a lab in England. Nothing but facts. Christian Arens sipping on that yak. No, we do the Henny over here, brother. We don't know how to act with that yak, but we get plenty with that Henny. Goddess Power. We doing it. We've won. I feel you, shorty. Ronnie Chapman. Sean, is there any way around Hollywood to become a household name? Actually, no, because the media is such a powerful tool. How can you get anywhere as far as being a celebrity without the media? All of our leaders, they became our leaders due to the media. If Martin Luther King wasn't in the media, we wouldn't even know who Martin Luther King was. Now, Malcolm X, on the other hand, he was a traveling man. He'd been to, different mosques across the country. His speaking was so prolific, but truth be told, we wouldn't know who Malcolm X was if it wasn't for the media. If it wasn't for him getting on TV and doing interviews and, being on the news and stuff like that, the media gives us our leaders. So no, there is no way you can become a household name without the media, without, Hollywood. It's impossible, my brother. We up in here. Korea Mojo, thanks for risking your life to give us these documentations. Is Lil Wayne Young Thug's and Rich Homie Quan's father? No, he's not, but Young Thug and Rich Homie Quan are clones of Lil Wayne. There's so much I can touch on when it comes to that, but I'm going to save that for a whole nother video. Free Reign. Hadfish reminds me of Bobby Christina, Whitney Houston. Free Reign. You have to understand those documentations are coming out next. When you look at Tiffany Haddish, don't you see the glimpses of Whitney Houston in her face? Those are all facts. See, I love and appreciate this sister because she's on code. She's been keeping up with the documentations. That is nothing but facts, and I dare you to put out the documentations without my consent. I'll have 5 Blazer Gang members come up to that beauty salon that you work at. Look at me, I'm stuttering. I'm so mad. I dare you to put out those documentations. And then you use the word Haddish, Hadfish instead of Haddish. She's trying to take my shine. Get your hand out my pocket. Got me over here furious. Let me take a sip of this juice because I'm seeing double. This woman just pissed me off. I'm over here struggling. Don't know how I'm gonna pay the phone bill, and you trying to share the documentations with people? Get your hand out of my pocket. Let me see what y'all talking about. Free reign, more like Gary Gordy of YouTube. That's right. I am like the Barry Gordy of YouTube. Maj draws. Where's Willie the Wino? Farmer with a shotgun. Rodney Gilmore Jr. They missing these facts. Those dudes are on the verge of being some haters because I never see them anymore. I think they got spooked. Last time I saw Rodney Gilmore, he was in the back of a cop car. I think he's snitching. 1K GOAT. Tekashi 6ix9ine will be buddies with Bill Cosby in jail. You know what? Those documentations I did on Bill Cosby and DMX got deleted. But tomorrow, I'm going to be putting them back up. Then I'm going to take a break, and then I'm going to hit y'all with some more live streams. GMB, we in the building, baby. Thug Man, Malcolm X was killed by the CIA because he was going to bring the United States to trial over war crimes in Vietnam. Very possible, my brother. But as far as I know, the nation did that shit. But GMB, that's Negro here nor there. I'm not going to touch on those facts right now. I respect the brother Malcolm. Louis Farrakhan. I mean, I got love for the minister, but he had that perm since the 60s. Ain't never had no dreadlocks. Ain't never had no naps. Never had a box. Never had a bowl cut. Never had a ponytail, braids. That perm has been there, and we all know that's not his natural hair. But that's Negro here nor there. Malcolm X ain't never had no greasy perm when he joined the nation. Now, it's one thing, Malcolm had the perm before the nation, but he had the wisdom to get rid of it once he joined. But I guess Minister Farrakhan missed the memo. I guess he said, to hell with that. I'm going to keep my perm and my shag. GMB, we up in here. Black Napa, Young Dolph, and Cash Doll is the same person. You take off that wig, and Dolph turns into a doll. GMB. Free Bill Cosby. That's right. I'm going to get back to those Cosby facts tomorrow. I got to redo the whole thing all over again, but it's my pleasure because Cosby deserves better. Gregory Lloyd, thank you for risking your life, my brother. I know it ain't easy. You know what, Gregory? It damn sure ain't easy, brother, because I've been working this thing for an hour and a half now, and I'm over here sweating, and I got to use the bathroom, but I got to keep giving y'all these facts. My man said, Rodney Chapman, that Blazy Ladies track is fire. I appreciate that, brother. It's nothing but fire. I had to show love to the Blazy Ladies because the women hold it down just like the brothers. And what's going on, my brothers? How come these females are more stronger than we are nowadays? I was riding down the street and there were 10 women standing on the corner looking like Mama D doing construction work. We need to get our stuff together. The Blazy Ladies are taking over, but it's all love. I love to see women win, and I need y'all ladies to keep winning. Jared November, Rodney be giving our documentations to the Vaughn. Yeah, I don't know, man. Rodney's been snitching. I got to talk with him one-on-one. First, he ate my pancakes, and then he started acting reckless. Artist Simpson, Trayvon. Beats by Jones. DMX and Tupac are the same person. Okay, you guys are getting lame. Of course, DMX and Tupac is the same person. Who didn't know that? Marvelous Eblawella. Sean, do you got them documentations on White Boy Rick? Well, I know that White Boy Rick and Machine Gun Kelly is the same person, but they let him out for all of his crimes, and he's out here running the streets talking about he's the rap devil. Did that answer your question? Because I got more documentations. If you need them, just let me know. King Dez, Farrakhan is a clone of Elijah Muhammad. You know what? You keep that man's name out your mouth and get your hand out my pocket giving away all of my highly classified documentations. You and Free Reign is going to be on punishment. NBA Reek 3, Sean Blazington is a clone of JaVale McGee. Come on, dude. Korean Mojo, who is throwing hot dog buns at Bill Cosby. Okay, well, I'll touch on that tomorrow. I'm going to speak all about Bill Cosby. Goddess of Power. Hold on, Jared November, can you freestyle for us? I'm going to save that for the grand finale. You stick with me throughout this video. I'm going to bust a nasty freestyle about Tiffany Haddish, Kevin Hart, and Mama D, and how they're all clones, and Lil Scrappy is Tiffany Haddish's son, and Ashanti is really Tiffany Haddish. I'm going to spit the meanest, nastiest freestyle. It's going to be bitter. It's going to be salty. It's going to be like a jar of pickles. The freestyle is just going to be disgusting. You might spit it out once I'm done. Goddess Power. I subscribe to galactic channels like Vero versus Human, Human Ascension, Higher Self, etc. That's why I get all my receipts. That's where I get all my receipts of who I truly am and where I'm from in the kingdom of heaven. You mean to tell me you get your validation in life from YouTube channels? Let me read that one more time, Goddess of Power, because maybe I got that wrong. I've been rambling on for an hour or so excuse me if I'm kind of out of it. You said I subscribe to galactic channels like Veroverse, Human Ascension, Higher Self, etc. That's where I get all of my receipts of who I truly am and where I'm from. And you know what? I'm going to pray for that sister. 1K Goat, Tyler Sean. I am the only one that think Van Jones and Tupac are the same person. No, you're not the only one. He said Lonzo Ball is a clone of Drake. Black Napa, I told you guys that months ago. He's been listening. Super Black Man, bruh, the live streams are hilarious. I appreciate you, Super Black Man. I know you have it hard in life, especially with a name like that, man. You probably can't even get a cheeseburger unless you go through the drive-thru or something like that. Super Black Man, I'm gonna pray for you, brother. Don't do the bleach and cream. We don't need another Sammy Sosa out here. Just be proud to be who you are. Unlike the Goddess of Power, she wants to be everything but black. My man, Rigger Diggers. If you put one more word with Rigger Diggers, you would be racially offensive. Don't you ever think about changing your name to Rigger Digger Niggers. We will kick your ass faster than a Siamese twin with one elbow. Let me see what a Rigger Digger Niggers had to say. He said, Sean, are these actual, factual, declassified, confirmed, life risked for documentations? Yes, they are. I risked my life this morning for these documentations right before breakfast. I'm happy to be alive. Goddess Power. Let me see what she's talking about. It's all about the divine masculine and divine feminine. Everyone is, but black people are brainwashed to think otherwise. You know what? I'm starting to think this chick is a hermaphrodite. She said it's all about the divine masculine and feminine energy. I think that's Sierra. Ever since she broke up with Future, she don't know if she's a man or a woman. I'm going to touch on those documentations later. Jared Jones, Sean is giving us highly classified documentations. You best believe it. From a disclosed location, nothing but facts. Free reign, Haddish is a mole of gunplay. And not only is she a mole of gunplay, she got that mole, and that mole is ready for gunplay. That mole is so big on her face it can hold the AK-47. Rigger Diggers, Sean the realest, because he really do be risking his life for these exposition documentations. This guy's fancy with those words. Now I see why he got the name Rigger Digger Niggers, because he's fancy with those words, man. J.R. Smith, pass the blunt. Hey, yo, J.R., take a puff of this, bro. We up in here, man. We all up in here, baby. Goddess Power. I love being incarnated to the black race. Why do you have to be incarnated? Why can't you just be black? Stop giving all of these explanations for your blackness. Just embrace it. You're a black woman. She wants to be everything but black. Somebody choke their sister out, and hopefully she'll wake up to reality. King Diaz, Sierra is a clone. If Michael Jackson saw her at an NBA game and it was painfully obvious. Yeah, Sierra, she's all about the divine masculine and divine feminine principles. She's a hermaphrodite. Gage Gore, when's the next pizza party? I'm throwing that pizza party on Tuesday. So if you want your slices, you want that good old pizza, I suggest you head over to this channel on Tuesday, most likely around 7 o'clock. And I'm going to bust that piece of birdie down real quick. We're all going to eat good and get full. And I'm going to expose some asses. Yeah, man. So I know this stream is kind of long. It's been going on for a while, but I have to do it this way because I have to give you guys the documentations in a school type of format. Like, you're learning right now. I hope you guys are taking notes. And the reason why this is important, because these celebrities are shaping society. These celebrities have more power than you can imagine. Mama D, she has power over the older female academics. You see these older black women, they're out here acting like Mama D. They're eating noodles in public. They're riding around in cars with no gas. They're just doing ratchet stuff. They're throwing money at each other. They're twerking. They're wearing all different types of fake jewelry. They have mold stains and wingworms around their necks. It's getting ridiculous. We have to shed some light on what's real and what's really fake. They're out here dancing with fake husbands that got titties. It's ridiculous. And Tiffany Haddish is a clone of all of this madness. She's like the 4th generation of ratchet cloning. And Mama D, God bless her heart, she's a strong Nubian woman. But she got clones out here, and these clones are acting crazy. Look at this madness. Look at her pull the tampon out of her panties and then twerk with it. You know what, you guys? If you can't see what I'm telling you is actual facts, then there is no hope for you. Let me see what you guys talking about in the comment section over here. And don't worry, I'm about to bust that mean, nasty freestyle before I get up out of here. Let me see. We got Rowena Life Blessings in the building. She says, Mark Trug, I do believe that. Mama D, a hot mess. Ronnie Chapman, dropping any more dimes of the week, Sean? Don't worry about it, Rodney. I got more dimes of the week coming real soon. It's going to be nasty. It's going to be on Facebook. I'm talking about, I got all different types of chicks, whatever you like. Skinny chicks, thick chicks, slim thick, BBWs. I even got a couple of SS BBWs. But the big girls, they can't be the dime of the week. They're going to be the dollars of the week. And one of them, she's so round and rotund, she might just be the $100 bill of the week. But best believe it's coming soon, so get ready. And no jerking off to the dime of the week videos, because like I told you, it's going to be nasty. Black Napa, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is the reincarnation of Abe Lincoln. Dude, Black Napa, just time out. Time out, time out, time out. Goddess power. Sierra's shoulders look masculine and she has no breast. Of course she doesn't have any breasts. What hermaphrodite you know has breasts, and if they do, they're not real. So many Blazer Gang members in the building tonight. And said it's not only celebrities, the crisis actors are shaping it too. Exactly. Whatever the hell that means. Gregory Lloyd. Is it true that Reggie Jackson is Joe Jackson in disguise? I heard he wanted to make sure that Michael was performing his best up close and not from the audience or backstage. Are you talking about Reggie Jackson, the basketball player, or you're gonna have to elaborate on that, my brother? Thugman said we are all talking to Blade Runner clone. It's not true. J.R. Smith, is she a Hobot too? Yes. Tiffany Haddish is a Hobot and a robot. These are all facts. Jared Jones, the Caucasian race was created in a science laboratory. Well, if they were created in a science laboratory, then what you got to say about the Latinos people or the, you know, the Arab people and stuff? I see what you're saying. I see what you're getting at, but them same people you talking about is running the stream, my brother. So, you know, I'm over here cooning like a mug. I got on my tap shoes, just got done eating some watermelon, and I'm frying some chicken as we speak. So in other words, Jared, I'm not going to touch on those documentations. We're going to have to save that for a face-to-face meeting. You're not trying to mess up my taxes. Rowena, life blessing still. That was a vibrator she pulled out of her nasty heifer. Yes, it was. And she has the bag in her hand when she does stand up, just in case she need to pull it out her ass again. GMB, we're in here, man. Mosa Tayem, SSBBW, you're damn right. Some brothers are into that stuff. Don't act like you ain't never have one. The bigger the booty, the better. Play stupid if you want to. Antonio McLean. Sean is a teacher when it comes to the documentations. I'm glad you recognize this, brother. And not only am I a teacher, but I give it to you guys in ways that you can understand. I'm not up here being too deep with it. I'm speaking in not layman's terms, because the Blazy Gang, we're not lames, but I'm giving you the actual factual documentations. I'm starting to lose my voice. I'm gonna get ready to bust that freestyle in a minute. God is power. The world is fake. We live in a 3D simulated world, but we are and have been. You know what? You've been playing too much of that PlayStation 4. I want you to take that Xbox and throw it out the window. This woman said we live in a 3D simulated world. Well, this virtual reality food tastes gooder than a mug. I love this virtual steak and potatoes. Ain't nothing like a 3D shrimp. GMB, baby. Rigger Diggers. We got Rowena, Life Blessings, MK Ultra. You guys been playing too much Mortal Kombat, been playing too many video games. Free Reign, Yakub created them in the claves of Patmos. Okay, I'm gonna have to touch on these documentations, so because you guys are talking about a certain group of people that were created in laboratories. Well, we've all been created one way or another, and I'm not gonna dance around the question. I know what you guys are talking about. I read the message to the black man. I know all of this stuff, but when it comes to proof, when it comes to facts and highly classified documentations, you have to judge people by their character. And according to world history and the position black people are in, there's no doubt, there's no question that we have to deal with issues all across the board, but the main thing we have to deal with is ourselves, because we have these celebrities in Hollywood perpetrating as if they are us, but they're not us, they're not for us, they're not of us, they're clones and booty twerking robots, but still we support these people. So instead of worrying about the caves of Patmos and what's went on 100 years ago, Tiffany Haddish is fake and she's a clone and she was created in the laboratory and she's right here in front of your face. I can speak on the past all day. I can speak about ancient civilizations and stuff, but within our civilization, we got Mama D and Scrappy Haddish, and all of these people aren't even real. GMB, we all up in here. Gregory Lloyd, Jackie Jackson. And that's another thing I wanted to talk about before I get out of here. Did you guys know the actor Jackie Chan was a habitual masturbator? Yeah, Jackie was known for doing some jacking. The same thing with Jackie Robinson. If your name is Jackie, you have some issues in your life when it comes to masturbation. These are all facts. Okay, you guys. My voice is getting sore. I've been doing this thing for 2 hours, man. I've been spitting the documentations. I've been giving y'all the facts. I'm over here working. Your boy's sweating, man. I'm stinking like Tiffany Haddish, man. I'm laying in a pool of sweat like this clone is laying in that tank. I'm over here trying to work it. I'm trying to break it down. I'm trying to bust it open like Tiffany. I'm over here looking crazy like Katt Williams. Jerry curl juice is everywhere. My glasses are foggy. I got the dumbfounded look on my face, but I still live on. I still give you the facts. I got the headphones on. I'm looking crazy. I'm shouting. My eyes are bugging. But one thing that's real is Tiffany Haddish is Mama D's clone. So you can take that to the bank. And after you take it to the bank, I want you to go home and put something on the stove, cook one of those nice 3D virtual reality meals like God is power. Can you do that for me? Blazy Gang is in the building. Rolando Brown, the Onion Network most honest report on day-to-day events. What the hell is an Onion Network? We ain't eating no onion rings over here. We the Blazy Gang. We just want steak dinners. He talking about Onion Networks, and give us the Chicken Wang Network. Where the French Fry Network at? Rolando, you're gonna have to explain yourself, brother. Goddess power. I came from my mother, not from a cloning center. You don't know that. Do you remember being born? I think not. Do you have any pictures or video footage of when you were born? You don't. You probably came from Clone Aid, like Kid Boo. Rigger Digger's thoughts on Kevin Durant's birthday? Yes, I do have thoughts on Kevin Durant's birthday. He lived to see another year. Mac Truck, Detroit player 123X. Yeah, I know you see it. Nothing but facts. And you see Janet Jackson at the Global Citizens concert? Yes, Janet Jackson looked a hot mess. She looked like Michael Jackson came back and put some chocolate all over his face. She looks crazy. We all up in here, Blazer Gang in the building, Marvelous Ebola Wella. Blazer Gang out here living lavish. We about brand new Lambos. And not only are we about brand new Lambos, Marvelous, we're about brand new mansions. We about brand new private jets, helicopters. We about brand new sneakers. We about brand new sandwiches. We like everything brand new. We don't eat leftovers. If we don't want it that day, we throw it in the trash and go back to Chipotle's tomorrow. That's just how we do. We got Paige Gore. Would you smash Tiffany though, Sean? On a drunken night, full of that Henny and a couple of blunts, Tiffany Haddish will be looking like a young Halle Berry. She'll be twerking that funky monkey all over the room. I wake up in the morning and have to put on a gas mask. Okay, the stream is going bad. I gotta get up out of here. Blazer Gang, we in here. I love you guys so much. GMB, we all we got. I'm gone, baby. I'll be here tomorrow around 5, 7 o'clock, so I need y'all to tune in. GMB, I'm gone.